Howdy, and welcome to Calm Confident Woman. Today's practice is about bringing more calm into our everyday life. And my name is Regina. Let's go ahead and begin our gentle practice. So we're going to begin in a seated posture. If you'd like to sit on a prop of some kind, it could be a stack of pillows, it could be yoga blocks, or anything else you might have to elevate your hips and bring your hips higher than your knees. So as you settle in, take any shifts and wiggles you might need. Maybe soften the gaze or let it close. And then come back to your natural breaths. Feel the rise and fall of the breath within the body. And take a moment to scan through your physical body to notice how it feels. There are no wrong answers, just a simple exercise of awareness. And check in with your heart to notice how your heart feels. And then check in with your mind. And whatever is present is to be honored and recognized. And then we let it gently float away. And then I encourage you to stack both hands softly over your heart, right hand and then left, if that works for you. Recognize that your heart beats just for you. Working with our nervous system, we gently remind our nervous system by vocalizing, I am safe, enough in this moment. I am here. I am grounded. I am okay. I am loved. And you can keep your hands over your heart or release at any time. You can let the hands rest anywhere that feels comfortable. Moving into a little bit of pranayama, we'll take a full exhalation through the nose. And then we breathe in through the nose, slow and steady. Exhale through the nose a little bit longer than the inhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Keep this pattern going. Awareness rests between the brows if that's a comfortable option. We exhale. 2 more rounds. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale. Exhale. And then lower the chin toward the chest. Let the head gently rock side to side. And as you do, notice how the back of your neck feels. Check in with your jaws, maybe create a little space between them. Head hangs heavy now. And swish the tongue around in the mouth, swirl it around, and as you're ready, let it soften toward the floor of the mouth. Keeping a micro space between the jaws, between the lips. Just remembering that just like athletes practice before their games and musicians practice before their performance, practicing calm works the same way. So each of our little pauses that we use through our practice today helps to support that development of calm as a skill that we can take with us into our everyday lives. Our nervous system will learn through repetition, just like it learned to stay stressed or to be anxious, to be on high alert. Those are developed mechanisms that the body goes through or into as a way to stay and feel safe. And we can also teach the nervous system to feel safe in a calm state. On your next inhale, guide the head over the shoulders. Exhale, right ear toward right shoulder. And take a moment to be curious. Maybe shift your chin up, down, around. Find an angle in which your neck is like, that's where I need to let go. And then linger there. Focus back on the breath. Ensure there's still space and softness through the jaws, the mouth, across the face. You might leave your left arm as it is or extend it out to the left, either on the ground or on a block. You might even wrap the arm behind you, just finding what feels right. Trusting yourself that this moment of awareness is helping to retrain your nervous system into a state of calm. And then we'll gently release the left arm if it's behind the back. Roll chin toward chest. Inhale, head over the shoulders. Take just a little movement in the shoulders. Realign ears over shoulders. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And then once again, be curious. Shift your jaw, your chin. Find the angle that gives you the most benefit for your neck. And feel free to move your right arm out to the side or wrap it behind you. Wherever it is, you want to be able to be in a state of ease with the effort. Return your awareness to your breath. So we practice calm through our yoga practice, not because today is difficult, although it could be, but we practice this calm in our everyday yoga practices so that when the days are more challenging, more difficult, we have a baseline that is calmer to move forward from and to return to minimize the state of anxiousness or frustration that we might experience. And returning to that state of calm is going to be where we find more health benefits mentally, emotionally, and physically. Then we'll slowly release the arm if it's behind the back. Ease the chin toward the chest. Take a little movement of the head side to side. And then bring the head up. Roll the shoulders up and around. Switch direction. And while you're moving through your shoulders, allow your awareness to rest at the neck and shoulders, to really be connected to and to feel. Maybe add a little wiggle through the shoulders, the neck. Maybe shake out your arms. And then we'll exhale, curl the spine. Inhale, press into the sitting bones, extend the spine, gentle movement here. And as you do, check in. Notice how your spine feels, your hips and shoulders. Notice any messages, any sensations from the body. Honor whatever is present. And we'll make our way back to neutral. And you can keep the eyes open or closed or even downcast. We're just going to move through the jaws a little bit. So we're going to open and close. We're going to shift side to side, and then we'll wrap up with 3 lion's breaths. So for a brief description, lion's breath, for the exhale, we will open the mouth, stick the tongue out, and roar the exhalation. And as we're doing that, we're also lifting the gaze upward. Right? So just take a moment to open and close your jaws. Shift side to side. Take any little movements that feel natural for you, big organic movements of the jaws. Swirl your tongue around. And take a big breath in. A big sigh. Moving into our lion's breath, in through the nose. Exhale, roar. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Exhale. And then we just pause in neutral spine, neutral mouth. Feel the body. These pockets of awareness that we develop on our mats are teaching our nervous system that calm is available. It also teaches us that the next time we're moving through our day and we're getting ready to answer a call, we can pause to take a breath. Preparing to check email, we can take a pause, do a few shoulder circles, move through the breaths. Any little things to bring calm back to the nervous system. This is how we practice on the mat that we take with us off the mat. So from here, we'll ease our way off of any prop we are on. Extend our legs out front, allowing the blood to flow freely, and wiggle and shift a little bit. Maybe move the legs side to side, and then pedal out the ankles. Wiggle your toes. All right, on an inhale, guide the right leg in, bring the knee in nice and close, sit tall. And as we exhale, we rotate toward our right. Shoulders down, gaze follows the right shoulder. Left ankle is flexed, so draw the toes toward the sky. Then we will inhale back to center. And we're going to take the foot across the left. If the sole of the foot isn't flat and it won't go flat, then just take a second round with the foot in line with the hip. Inhale tall, exhale to your right. And we'll gently inhale back to center and unwind the right leg, let it go down, take some movement. When you're ready, inhale left knee in, exhale to your left, shoulders down. Right ankle is flexed. As we move through our practice, remember that yoga is a uniting of the mind, the body, the spirit with the breath. So, as long as you're comfortable with the breath being your anchor, it's a great way to come back to being in the present moment, to reconnect with yourself. Inhale back to the front. And we'll take the foot across. Ensure the foot is flat. Otherwise, bring it back in line with the hip. Inhale tall. Exhale for your rotation. And then we will gently inhale back to center. Unwind the legs, send it out, give it some movement. We're going into a forward fold. So it's really important that the pelvis tilts forward and the low back stays long. So we don't want to dump from the waist. We want to keep the waist extended. If you need, you can always take some props of some kind. It could be a little cushion, a little pillow, could be a rolled up blanket or towel right under the knees. For this first forward fold, I really encourage all of us to use a prop under the knees for the first forward fold. We'll flex through the ankles, a little belly toward the spine action going on, and then walk the fingers down the legs just a bit. It doesn't have to be very far. If you do have yoga blocks, you're welcome to use those here for your arms to rest on. Remembering that they have multiple heights. You can go as high or as low as you would like. Allow the heart to reach toward the legs. This is another way to ensure that the spine is nice and long. And as you come into your fold, and if you have a lot of rounding in your back, then you're better served up nice and high, just working on core strength and keeping your spine stable. But if you're able to extend forward, then go there, right? So go to the place where your body is safe, but receiving the benefits of your pose. And then come back to your connection with your breath. Notice the places in your body that are communicating. It might be your legs, your hips, your low back. Could be anywhere at all in your body that's communicating with you as you're in this fold. Little sensations. Three more breaths. Taking our time, letting the breaths come and go slowly, steadily. This will support our nervous systems, knowing that repetition is going to be our friend when it comes to bringing more calm into our day. We take that into account as we are on our mat. Practice the calm, the nervous system settling, breath connection, kind thoughts toward ourselves and others. And then we will slowly inhale up. As we do, we press into the ground beneath us, stabilize our low belly, which protects our low back. Take your breath here and let it go. And we're going back into our forward fold. This time, if you don't need the prop under the legs, go ahead and remove it. And you'll have fully extended legs, ankles flexed. So this is pointed and this is flexed. So find that flexion, navel toward the spine, exhale to extend. You may have a different experience here. You might be able to go further. You might not go as far. Whatever it is, find your place and then linger there. still connected with whatever sensations are going on in your body. That being said, if there's ever a pose or a moment in your practice in which you feel sharp, stabbing, or burning pain, sharp, stabbing, or burning, ease your body out of whatever you're in. Those are all three indicators that a nerve is involved, and you don't want to linger there. You want to come out of it, release that nerve, maybe take a breath and come back into the pose, taking your time, not going as deep, exploring what your body is offering, and then honoring where you're at in your practice. Three more breaths. And then we press into the ground, support with the belly, inhale to rise. Take your pause at the top. And from here, we're going to ease our legs into bound angle. So we'll start with the right leg, bring it in, and then gently open to the side. All right, so we'll take a few breaths in this half bound angle, and then we'll move into the other side, and then we'll add them together. So if your right leg is high in the air, grab some kind of prop to slide under there and give it some stability and support. It could be anything at all that you have handy that will work, but keep it something that's going to be soft and supportive, like a soft yoga block, a bolster, a meditation cushion, pillows, towels, anything like that. Inhale nice and tall, flex through the left ankle. Exhale to ease forward from your hip creases. Use your blocks or other props as needed. We're just treating our bodies gently, slowly moving deeper into the poses, using our breath as our friend. Three more breaths here. Slowly inhale back up. Bring that leg back up. Send it down. Take your movements. When you're ready, inhale your left knee in. Let it open. You can lift your hips and reset, making sure the pelvis tilts forward. And flex through your right ankle. Keeping the spine long and strong, we exhale to extend forward if the body allows that. If the spine has a natural C shape to it instead of an L shape, then your focus will be more upright. Okay? That's going to build the strength and the stability you need in your spine and your abdominals to be able to protect your back when you do move into a forward position. 3 more breaths. Slowly inhale back up. Take your pause at the top, feel into your body and notice. And then we'll extend the leg. Take a moment, give the blood flow a moment to move through the legs, move energy. All right, and then we're going to come into our full bound angle. So you can start with your right, doesn't matter which leg you start with, but draw it in and then open. Bring the opposite leg in. And take a little shift and wiggle through the hips, maybe a little rock. Heels can be further away than you think they're supposed to be. So let go of what your preconceived ideas are as far as the placement of the heels. You can move them further out, give you more room, make this more comfortable, more available. But if you've been practicing for a while or you have a lot of room in the inner leg and you want to get more release, then bring the heels in closer. All right, so take a moment to look at your feet. Typically, it's common for me to see people press their feet together. Let the feet connect, but without pressing. So often that'll mean the outer edges of the feet are together, but the inner edges have space between them, and that's what we want. We're going to inhale tall, stay here for 3 breaths, and then the option would be to extend forward if your body allows. So take a couple of more nice, slow, steady breaths here, breathing deeply into the belly. Exhale, feel a little more release, softening through the hips and the inner legs. And then we can take another inhale. Exhale to extend forward any amount. And keep your spine long, especially the low back. This forward motion should initiate from your hip creases. This protects the low back. Three more breaths. Unhurried, slow, steady breaths. Maybe take a breath deeper into your low back. Open up space. And as you exhale, let that space soften and drop the body deeper into those spaces. Not physically, subtly. Press into the ground, stabilize with pelvic floor and belly. Keep the neck long as we inhale up. Take your pause at the top and just be connected with your breath, your body. Notice anything at all. And then we will gently flap our butterfly wings, bring some gentle movement. And then we'll bring them all the way up, send the legs out, pedal them, shift them. And then we'll make our way toward hands and knees for tabletop position. As you come to tabletop, there is always the option to have your blocks, if you have them, underneath your hands. I do have some shoulder injuries, and so this just helps my shoulders feel more comfortable using the blocks under the hands. But whether you're on blocks or on the floor, spread your fingers wide. Bring the awareness to the palm of the hand at the base of thumb, index, pinky fingers, and outer corner. You want those 4 points to ground the hand to the surface beneath it. This will engage the muscles of the hands through the wrist, arms, and all the way into the shoulders that we need to protect our shoulders and other joints in between. On an exhale, lift the center of your spine. Push the earth away through the palms and down through the knees, the shins, the tops of the feet. This is cat pose. When you're ready, inhale, bend the elbows, lift the tailbone, flow through the spine until the head extends and the heart floats open between the shoulders. Cow pose. So we are not lifting the chin, we're not dropping the chin. We're in neutral for the neck and we just guide the chin back. Exhale into cat. You can always bend your elbows in your transitions. This will help to protect the body. It also uses the muscles a little more. And as you inhale, we roll from tailbone through crown of head. And one more time. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Neutral spine, and we feel the ground underneath our hands, fingertips, underneath our shins, knees, tops of the feet. Notice the length of your spine, from tailbone to crown, strength of your shoulders, full engagement of the pelvic floor and belly. Notice your hips. And then we'll tuck our toes here, and we'll exhale to ease our hips back. We'll keep pressing through the hands, shift through the hips a little bit. Inhale forward, exhale to ease back. And one more time. And this time, bring your blocks with you if you are using them. And we want to make sure that as we bring our hips back toward our heels, that all 10 toes are tucked under, even the pinky toes. So they're all going in the same direction. You can reach back there and check. You can bring your fingers back there if you can reach to ensure that they're all tucked. And then if your body allows, so your options, you can stay right here. You could even stay all the way in a tabletop with your toes tucked. But if the body allows, start bringing the hips closer to the heels, bringing the shoulders over the hips, the ears over the shoulders. This is toe squat, and it can creep up on you real fast. So you might think, oh, okay, I've got this. And then all of a sudden your toes and your body are just screaming. Should that happen, just ease out of the pose using an exhalation if possible. So we'll take a couple more breaths here. Check in with the heels. They might start dropping out or dropping in. You want to try your best to maintain them directly under your hip bones, under your sitting bones. And then with ease through the face and the jaws, navel toward the spine, start to inhale forward. Untuck your toes and let the feet hit the top of the floor. And then we will take a little wiggle through our tail feathers, shake your booty, and then take that movement all the way into the rest of the body. And then we'll inhale to neutral and exhale, gaze down left side. Inhale to neutral. Exhale down the right side. Inhale to neutral. And then we'll step our right foot forward. So inhale, step the right foot forward. Let's take a little floss of the sciatic joint. So that simply means we're going to inhale the hips forward, exhale to guide them back. So what this is doing, it's flossing the nerve that flows through the sciatic joint. And often sciatic pain nerve is common for many of us. So this little flossing action can really help to move that nerve out of that joint and give you more ease so you can enjoy more calm. All right, then we're going to come on forward into our low lunge. And that just means we want the right heel down. We want the right knee over the toes as much as we're able. And we're getting a deep compression in the front of the ankle, in the knee, and in the hip. So this compression is important because, like right now, this deep lunge is bringing the ankle into that position that we need it to be able to be in to take a step, right? So we lift the toes, that brings the toes closer to the shin, and then we step the foot back down. When the ankles start getting weak, then we start losing that range of motion and we find ourselves shuffling. So we want to avoid that shuffle, and doing things as we're doing here will help to maintain the health of the joints that we need to keep that independence. Notice your shoulders, they might have crawled up by the ears, so just guide them back down. If you're using props, just might need to lower the props a little bit to keep that extension through the neck and shoulders. Couple more breaths here, maybe a deeper belly breath now to bring more space into the front of your left hip. More and an exhale to soften into that space. And then support pelvic floor and belly. Exhale your hips back. Lengthen your right leg. You can take a little lift and lower through the ball of the foot a few times. And then you choose if you want the toes up or if you want the foot down. If you go with the foot down, make sure that the whole foot is planted. So imagine there's a spot in the center of your heel, and then in the ball of the foot behind the large toes and pinky toes, those 3 points would create a triangle you want anchored to the ground anytime you're planting into the foot. And then if you do plant the foot, you'll get more of a stretch through the front of the ankle. Inhale nice and tall. And if you would like, as you exhale, maybe extend over your leg. Whether your foot is flat or flexed through the ankle, you are releasing into the calf, the hamstrings, and the back of the leg, as well as into the glutes to some degree. Couple of more nice, slow, steady breaths. And we'll gently inhale back up. You can rebend your right knee and bring the foot in. And then we'll do the left side. So right knee comes underneath you, left foot steps forward. And we'll start with that flossing action. Just down. So let's inhale to inch the hips forward. Exhale to guide them back. Next time you slide forward, linger there. We want the heel down. If it doesn't come down, then you can always take a thin cloth of some kind and fold under it or whatever you need so it is settled and stable. You can align the body a little, like adjustments in your body's alignment to bring the heel down. Return to your breath. Let your focus be on the front of your right hip. Continue to practice your breaths. Your mind release anything it does not need. Support with the pelvic floor and belly. Keep your neck long as you exhale your hips back. Bend the left leg. Lift and lower through the ball of the foot a few times. And then plant the foot or leave the toes flexed in the air. Inhale. And maybe extend over the leg with your exhale. Slowly inhale back. Bring the left knee underneath you. We're going to move the knees away from one another, toes toward each other. Shimmy your hips back and melt your body down toward the ground. Use any props here that would support you and make this more available. Pardon me, if the ground is too far away. This is your child's pose, wide leg child's pose. A great place to rest. You can use it anytime in a practice. It's a great way to take your journey within, elongate the spine. You can release your jaws, your shoulders, your hips. Reconnect with your breath. Back to your inner calm. Bring more slow, steady breaths. Awareness between the brows. Feel the breath arrive low in your back. Feel the long exhalation. Then we'll slowly inhale the body back up. And the knees underneath you, the wrists under the shoulders. Find your foundation in your hands again. From here, tuck your toes. A little engagement of the belly toward the spine, and exhale your knees from the mat. Feel free to step the feet a little bit closer if that's more comfortable. Coming into downward facing dog. Feel free to bend your knees as much as your body would benefit from here. So to kind of take you through the setup and the foundation of the pose, you want to make sure you're grounded into the corners of your hands. Fingers are spread wide. Little placement of the fingertips without grip.
And then we want to notice our shoulders, draw them in toward one another and let them reach toward the hips at the same time. This will help activate the muscles we need to keep our joints safe. From here, bend the knees as much as you need. Energize your heels for the ground, even if they don't connect. Keep pressing the earth away, the hips high. Your body should look like an inverted V, letter V, or like a TP. This is wonderful for releasing the hips and the low back. Can decompress some of the pressure in the spine. As we take it in this opposite direction, we allow gravity to help draw the body toward the earth in a reverse direction of what it is when we're standing, sitting, and moving through life. 3 more breaths here. Let those breaths be slow, steady, and connected. And then we'll bend the right knee. Exhale the gaze under the left shoulder. Add a little rotation for the spine and the torso. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center. As you exhale, left knee bends and we rotate toward the right. And then we'll inhale to center. We're going to take this as a flow. Exhale, gaze under the left, right knee bends. Inhale to center. Exhale, left knee bends, gaze under the right. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll make our way back to neutral. And exhale, knees back to earth. As your knees come down, untuck your toes, press your hips back, child's pose. The legs can be together for this one if you'd like, or if you prefer the space, let them open away from one another. And then the arms come forward, but we're going to bend our elbows this time, bring the palms to meet. So this will bring a deeper stretch into the triceps, the back underside of the arms. You could even let the fingertips come all the way to the shoulder blades if that's available. Couple more breaths. And then we will slowly inhale the body up. Guide the hands under the shoulders, stabilize with the belly. Come through your tabletop. And then feet float over to one side as you bring your sitting bones down to the earth. And the feet come out front. So as you bring your feet out front, go ahead and keep your blocks nearby, maybe some other props you would benefit from, and then roll your body down. And as you come on down, take a moment to get comfortable. Wiggle, shift. And then we'll bring the right ankle over the left thigh into figure 4. So reclined figure 4, you can let the body sway a little side to side through the hips. And then we'll come to center. You might move through your right ankle. And then we'll bring the left knee. So you can stay right here. This would be a great place to be. Options. You can slide a prop under your left foot to bring a little more elevation if you would like that. Or you can actually bring the left knee all the way over the hip. And then you can hold your right leg. I like to take the right arm, thread it between the legs, and then the left hand comes from the outside to hold the left thigh. But you could draw the shin down and hold it, whatever feels right for you. You might flex through your ankles here. Now we'll move into a spinal twist. So you could keep this figure four, release the hands, exhale, right foot toward the left, maybe on a prop or all the way on the floor. So that's one variation of a spinal twist. Or you can unwind the legs, drop both knees together. Or you can let the left leg go long and drop just the right leg. But your goal with your spinal twist is right hip stacks on top of left, shoulder blades stay down on the earth, and then you can keep your head centered or turn your chin to your right. All of these are viable options. Find what feels right for you and allow the body to surrender here. We'll slowly inhale back to center. Set your right foot down, balance out your hips. And then we'll inhale left knee in, cross the ankle over the right thigh. Take your variation that works for you, with or without a prop. Ankles flex. And then we will slowly exhale to our spinal twist. So any variation that we've explored earlier can be used here. Your goal being left hip on top of right, shoulder blades down, and maybe chin turns left. And we'll slowly inhale back to center. Unwind, hug the legs in. Take a little rock. Bring both legs and arms in the air. Give them a good shake. This is something you can do laying in bed or pausing on the floor in the living room, watching TV. It's a reset for the nervous system. Just let the body really have some liberty here. Focus on the breaths. And then I do like to invite you to take some movement through the ankles and wrists. They often get neglected. Wiggle fingers and toes. Just notice whatever is there with honor, with grace and kindness. And then we'll draw the legs back down, extend through the legs. So we're moving into Shavasana. This will be our final pose. And traditionally, Shavasana is taken lying on the back with the legs wide, toes turned out, arms wide, palms up. If that does not fit your needs today, then you are welcome to use any props. Perhaps a couple of blocks under thighs would be nice, or rolled towels or blankets. Maybe you need a little something to cover with, a blanket or something else. Maybe you prefer to be seated upright, laying on your belly or on your side. Anything is possible. Just want to be in a place where you can fully rest, be at peace and at ease. So I invite you to notice the tips of your toes, the soles of your feet. Become aware of your legs, your hips. Sense your back ribs, your shoulder blades. Feel the backs of your arms, your hands. Notice your palms and your fingertips. Witness the energy, the vibrations, the tinglings of the hands and fingertips. Bring awareness back to the shoulders, the neck, and back of the head. Witness the crown of your head, forehead, your ears, both eyes, the tip of your nose. Now observe your lips, your jaws, and the space within your mouth. Feel the tip of your tongue. And notice the vibrations of energy within your mouth. Become aware of your throat, front of your shoulders, your front ribs, and feel your heartbeat just for you. Bring awareness to your abdomen, pelvic floor, and tailbone. Now sense your entire back body. Feel your whole front body. And witness your entire being at rest. Your whole body. Whole body. And we allow awareness to rest at the tips of our toes, tips of our fingers. Receive sensations without movement. And gently wiggle fingers and toes. Wake up ankles and wrists. When you're ready, bend your knees. Make your way towards your side. As you come to your side, take a pause to check out. Notice your physical body and how it feels. There are no wrong answers, no expectations or judgments. Check in with your heart and your mind. Honor whatever's present, grace with kindness. And then when you're ready, slowly ease towards seated. You might keep your gaze down, turned, or softened. As you come to seated, take any other little wiggles you might need or benefit from. Just remember that your nervous system learns through repetition. So whatever we do on repeat is what is going to become our normal in our practice. So take those pockets of time to pause, to breathe, to let go of something. And this will teach the nervous system that calm is available. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste. And I do wish you a calm day, or at least moments of calm that you can repeat. And we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.